Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's about 11 o'clock in the morning on a Thursday, and I'm at Rung Rung Noodles here, pork noodle on Soy 26. I love this noodle spot. I've had a cold for, going on 5-6 days now. I don't feel terrible, just head cold, sniffling, and I've hit this soup a couple of times. So I just ordered it up. I got the medium noodles, pork only, in the, I think it's the clear soup. That's medium size. So this looks delicious. And you have a selection of the chilies and sugar, and I think that's peanuts. I put plenty of chili in there. That's probably fish oil. Now I'm gonna pass on that. So it's delicious. Only a half dozen things on the menu. You can see the different Michelin guide recommendations. And they're cooking it up fresh. Yeah, I don't care how bad your cold is. Throw some chilies in there, a lot of chilies in my case, and this will clear you right up. It's right at the top of Soy 26, Sukhumvit, across from the Ariz Hotel. There's also two on the other side of the street. I don't know, I don't want to start a rumor. I heard there was a family squabble, so they built a wall in between the two branches on that side, and now there's a third branch over here. I just come here because it's the largest. But really, really good soup. It is closed. All three branches are closed on Wednesday. Oh, somebody dropped a pan. I learned that the hard way. I really felt like soup yesterday. I was here Tuesday. I thought they were closed Monday. And I showed up yesterday on Wednesday. And all three places locked up tight. You can take your pick of what size noodles you want. Let's see, big noodles, medium, smallest, egg noodles, glass noodles, short noodles. And then tom yum broth, tom yum without soup, clear soup, that's what I got. Fish ball and minced pork. So a small menu, but this place is, it's packed. And the other branch, I think it's the family members across the way, they do all the grab. I see like 10 grab motorbikes. But me, I like to get in and get it right out of the soup, nice and hot. Large pieces of pork, and this minced pork is really good. No entrails for me, but that's an option if you'd like it. There it is. If you want to Google that, that was delicious. Couple of bucks, bottle of water. That's the other location, or the other two on the other side of this van. But they have limited seating. The new location is just much larger. You can see all the delivery guys waiting. I've never had it delivered. I just live right up the street. Luckily, I'm a 2-minute walk. But if you do order it for delivery and you're, say, in a hotel, I think it's going to be delivered in a plastic bag. So I just make the trip down here. That's the one. Then they built a wall, the second one. And the third is right here where the delivery drivers are all lined up waiting on this side. If this bowl of soup were at a Thai place in, say, New York City, I would gladly pay 18 bucks for it, or really whatever they charge. It's just delicious. And I don't get sick that often, especially just little colds, but this Tiffy you can find at any of the drugstores over here. It's not at 7-Eleven. It is, I guess, kind of a prescription thing you're supposed to get from the pharmacist. You don't need a prescription, but you need to get it at the pharmacist window if that's at the Big C or a different pharmacy. Tiffy works pretty good. It's non-drowsy on me anyhow, and yeah, it just knocks down little sniffles and hack and cough. And here's Sukhumvit 11:35. I'm gonna jump on the Phrom Phong BTS here. Head up to On Newt, grab a quick haircut. I'm sure there's a million places in between here and On Newt I could get a haircut, but I know my guy up there, he doesn't scout me. That's kind of a thing over here in Thailand. It doesn't really matter how long a Thai guy will keep his hair. They still break out that #1 clipper and go high and tight around the sides and in the back. And I really don't want to wear my hair that way, so just be careful when you go into a barber shop. Break out your Google Translate if you have to. If you don't, don't be surprised if you get the same haircut he gives 99% of his customers, and that's going to be pretty much shaved around the ears and in the back for a good 2 or 3 inches. So my guy up there, he knows my expat haircut the way I want it. Plus there's a Big C right next door. I used to live right there, so I'm familiar with the neighborhood. Run into Big C and get a couple items. So here's my guy up in On Newt, this big building to the right, that's the Big C. And I used to live right on the other side of Big C here on that Soi 77 straight ahead. Well, it's just a little place, 180 baht. So if you're staying up here in Sukhumvit, and I'm not even up here and I still come up here, go to Keng, K-E-N-G, Barber. He's right there where those two people are standing, right on the side of the Big C, Soi 77. It's all turning gray, but I still have that thick Mexican hair, so I just go in there every 2 or 3 weeks, usually 3 weeks, and just have them knock it back another ½ inch. But the guys in front of me, especially the Thai guys, oh, he'll sit there taking 20 minutes just going over every little detail on their head. Myself, I'm more a 5-minute haircut guy. I think I mentioned the price, 180 baht. I always give him 200. And I walked in front of the Big C. That is the blocks on Soi 77 next to the base. And this right here is the building I lived in, the Knightsbridge on Soi 77. This on Newt, very popular area. I would still highly recommend this area for people to come up and find an affordable condo. I'd still be up here. I love the area. Other than I always found myself running around Phrom Phong. So I figured for a little bit more money, I'll live down in Phrom Phong, and that's exactly what happened. Another 2,000-3,000 baht a month. I'm right in the neighborhood I seem to hang out in the most. If you're more stay-at-home type, go out once or twice a week, On Newt might be perfect. If you're a knucklehead like me, running around 5-6 nights a week, yeah, you better live where the area you hang out. And here's an example of just a little pharmacy. I'm not exactly sure how it works with prescriptions. I know that Tiffy is kept behind the counter, but she just hands it to you, no big deal. There's also a prescription, or what do you call it, a little pharmacy at the Big C upstairs. You can get the Tiffy there as well. Most of these Big Cs, they'll have all the major ATMs, and even, well, this is a pretty good size branch of the bank. My Bangkok bank over there, it's just 2 windows, but all the ATMs. Small food court here, just like at any of the Big Cs or Lotus. Plenty of 60 and cheaper options. And here's the hardware store, Mr. DIY. My sink in the bathroom's draining a little slow, probably whiskers or who knows. I'm gonna get me one of those little auger sticks, stick it down in there and see if that takes care of the problem. All right, they don't have what I want. I just want one of those little simple snakes. It's just like a long piece of plastic you stick in there and pull out all the, who knows, maybe the last tenant's hair. Who knows what's in there, but it's just draining too slow. There's another option, Home Pro. I'm not gonna make a special trip over this. I'll try sticking a metal coat hanger down there or something first. Yeah, you're not gonna find a lot of Matco or Snap-on tools here, but if you need a set of bent nose pliers just to get one job done, there you go, 109 baht. I would just open the P-trap, but this crazy sink is kind of a pedestal type with a decoration around to cover the pipes, and it's kind of silicone to the wall, so I'm not going to start tearing the sink apart just to clean a P-trap. I'll do the best I can from the top. And here's Soi 77 and a half. I kind of miss this street, walking through every day. Just a bunch of really good street food and fruit, smoothies, all kinds of things. I like living up here in On Newt, no question. But I did strike out on my little sink auger stick. I tried 3 places, nobody had it. So I'm gonna have to go to plan B. Traffic's not that bad. It's like 1:45 now on this Thursday. And where you see those cars making that left turn, that is Soi 50. I'm standing on the BTS on Newt. And right about there is Cheap Charlie's Beer Garden on the right. You'll find 6 or 7 little bars and places to eat back there. your landmarks, the Lotus. Just get off here on Newt, head up Soi 50 and Cheap Charlie's. That's gonna be one of the only places up here in on Newt to grab a beer late night. And I'm gonna run into the Lotus, just like the Big C. They have a food court. I need to find this silly auger stick or snake. It's driving me crazy, that drain it so slow, and the last thing I'm gonna do is call somebody over a slow running sink drain. Lotus, just like Big C, you'll find everything you need in here, kind of like a Walmart. Lotus is probably a little bigger. Fresh food, refrigerators, televisions, clothes. You can find it all in here. Yeah, I really hate to do this, but I might try this stuff in a can. I'd feel better if it were muriatic acid, but I'll give it a try for whatever it is. I think it's 139 baht. And here's a little peek off in the distance. You can see air quality isn't so great right now. Hopefully that'll clear up. My view's usually much better than this. I'm not sure if burning season might have started early. Usually that's more January, February thing, but hopefully things will clear up. Hey, thank you so much for following along this run around on Newt. I'm back at the condo, just jumped on a motorbike. And I'm gonna head over to the MRT Queen Circuit Convention Center subway stop. So we're gonna go up Soi 26 and then take that little shortcut towards Soi 24, 22, and then pop out over, I might stick my head in the El Mercado Market. It's a pretty good little, I'll call it like a gourmet food place over there. I guess it's, I don't know if it's at the end of Soi 16. I'm not exactly sure where it's at. It's close to the MRT station. Now we're just at the little alley heading up to Soi 24. All these beautiful buildings are on 24. And I believe it's the Davis Hotel, which is right on the corner here on the left. It's actually in two buildings. Big Instagram spot right on the corner here with the telephone booths and all. Yeah, the Davis. And this is 24. Now if you were to take a right here on Soi 22, you would end up down at the Holiday Inn at Sukhumvit. And the Marriott Marquis. That right there is a real popular building, the Nest, Soi 22. One of the more affordable buildings in Phrom Phong and on 22, 22, 24, even my street, Soi 26, you can get some really expensive apartments. But the Nest on Soi 22, they're smaller, but at a more affordable rate. I want to say I've seen 14 or 15,000 baht. I don't know if they were studios or one bedrooms. Not sure. I think this is Soi 16. I don't think Soi 20 goes all the way through, but I'm not positive. You can look up the Spark Hotel. It's just right here. All right, Kapung Krap. Thank you, thank you. Thanks. The one thing about these motorbikes is I wanted to come over here to the MRT Queen Circuit, and it doesn't really give you an option of which way to go. And I didn't want to go from my condo all the way down Soi 26, all the way up Sukhumvit, and then all the way up Ratchapisik to get to the MRT. But for whatever reason, it won't let me draw a line from my condo straight over here to the MRT station. So I have to put in El Mercado, which is just a short walk over to the MRT. And it's not the money. It's 37 baht instead of 50 baht going down Sukhumvit. It's just, why deal with all the Sukhumvit traffic and sitting there weaving in and out of traffic and sucking on exhaust fumes when you don't have to. I don't know why. This is a shorter route, but sometimes just when you're over here, you'll see that going from point A to point B is not always the shortest route. And I am going to stick my head here in the El Mercado. I might get a sandwich. They have a really, really good bread and deli section. Make up nice sandwiches. Plus, they have a restaurant, which I've never ate there, but I need to. The El Mercado Chef Market. Yeah, it's only 10 in the morning, but looks like it's available for brunch. So thank you so much for following me around en route in this little motorbike ride. For more daily looks around Bangkok, consider subscribing. I'd appreciate that. This is my home. I'll be having some fun exploring the area, making some videos, and follow along. Take it easy.